Ladies and gentlemen, guys and girls, my name is Reavyne and welcome back to my channel. And welcome back to another Ravens Ramble. I haven't done a pure Ravens Ramble in a very long time, and I'm going to start doing more of these where I pick a topic and then I crap on and give my opinion about it, and we can have a discussion down below in the comments section afterwards. So the topic of today's Ravens Ramble is, do the Wuling heroes need a nerf? Okay, so we're talking about balance here, especially on the side of the Wuling heroes. Now, first of all, I'm going to be talking about PC, and then we're going to switch over to console, because I do believe that the discussion needs to be completely different on both of them, for the pure and simple fact that, one's 30 FPS, one is, 60 FPS and above, and that does make a very, very big difference. They both face different issues, essentially. So first of all, when we're talking about PC, let's go over the heroes themselves, okay? So you have the Tiandi, who is very, very strong, okay? He has a whole bunch of soft feints, he has a whole bunch of fast lights, he has a freaking unblockable palm thing that he can hit, which can initiate stuff. It's a good opener, and you get a free light off of it, and of course, he has the kick of doom, where if you're near a cliff or anything like that, he can just punch you a million miles away with that thing, or he can ledge you, which is really, really cool as well. He also has a crushing counter, and he has a whole bunch of undodgeable properties and a bunch of other stuff as well. So overall, he's a very, very strong character, insanely good Vanguard. And then we jump over to Mr. JJ, the Grandpa. Now, Jung Jun is very, very strong. Now, keep in mind, I'm talking from a 4v4 standpoint here, okay? But yeah, he is very, very strong. He has cleaves on all his attacks, which is insanely good. He has hyper armor on his first heavies, which is good for trading. He has unblockables on his second heavies, which means, once again, he's very good in 4v4s. You can just smack people in the back with those. And of course, he has his side dodge heavy, which he has soft feints on, because he can side dodge heavy and soft feint to a light in the opposite direction, just like the Kensei can sort of do when he does his heavy. It comes from the opposite side for his dodge. So he has that built in as well, which is another soft feint. He has an opener where he can jump forward with his heavy, go into the kick, and then of course the kick is able to open people up, because you're either going to cop the heavy if you don't, anticipate the kick and dodge back, or you dodge back because you want to get away from the heavy, and then he does the kick and gets a free light off anyway. So he has a bunch of tools at his disposal, not to mention he has a Sifu stance, which means that he has a hidden stance built in. He can dodge attacks with that, and he has basically infinite stamina. You can just keep funneling that in, and it's also another soft feint, because he can feint any attack that he wants to do with Sifu stance or a regular feint. He's insane. And he also has fast lights, which I forgot to say, pretty fast for an old grandpa who's, pretty damn big. So Jung Jun is also very, very strong. Then we jump over to the Shaolin, and you can see the sort of pattern here, okay? So he has, once again, really fast lights. He has a triple tap thing, which he can do sort of like the Peacekeeper, but with his lights. He can soft feint a whole bunch of his moves. He has a whole bunch of unblockables. He has some kicks. He has heaps of options. Not to mention he has some of the craziest feats in the game, because he has the teleports, which is, pretty insane. He's got an offensive one and a defensive one. But then we jump over to the Nuxia, okay? Now, she is the most lackluster one out of the entire group, especially on PC, and that is because of the pure and simple fact that even though she's extremely boring to play with how she works, and the trap mechanic is basically, it's a scuffed mechanic, okay? It doesn't work that well, especially against people who know what the hell they're doing. But she's still extremely powerful because of one simple reason. She has really fast slide attacks, and her heavies hit like a goddamn truck. And she's able to throw you once she lands a successful chain. And not to mention, when she actually does get a trap mechanic off, she does a bunch of damage. And now with her buff, what she can do is she can throw that trap mechanic, you're going to dodge it or do something like that. And then she can follow that up with a quick light attack. And she's pretty damn strong, pretty much because of her light attacks, let's be honest. Without her fast light attacks and her ability to chain those fast light attacks, then how strong she is pretty much will drop drastically, especially considering the trap mechanic can be stuffed with a light attack whenever you see the thing. So on PC, overall, they're all really, really strong. They're all doing really, really well, and they fit perfectly into the roster when it comes to the other strong heroes like Shaman. You have the Kensei rework, which is pretty damn strong. You have the Highlander rework, which is also very strong. So they fit in there, and they're definitely up in the upper echelons of the tier list. And then we take all of that, which is on PC, switch that over the console, and it becomes an absolute fucking nightmare, these guys, because once again, they all have fast light attacks. They all have, for the most part, lots of soft feints. Now, what are two massive problems for the consoles? Light attacks and soft feints. So you can kind of see where it's going here, okay? So on PC, you can deal with all this stuff. Yeah, they're very, very strong, but I wouldn't say PC-wise that they need a nerf. I would say that, On PC, they're good to go because there is Shaman, there is Kensei, there is Highlander, there's Orochi with his fast light attacks, there's a ton of characters already on there, okay, who are up there with them. On PC, I would say you need to pretty much just, get the rest of the cast up to their level, but they're good on PC, they're fine, you can deal with them. Even though the light attacks are really, really fucking annoying to fight against, at this point in time, everyone pretty much has a light attack. Lots of people have lots of soft feints, and lots of people have openers. That is pretty much stock fucking standard right now. And this was a massive design that the devs did on purpose in order to kill the defensive meta, which was a big deal back in the day. So you kind of have to adapt to that now. But on consoles, it is a really big issue and they need a nerf, okay? And this is not just them, we're talking Orochi and other characters like that. They need a fucking nerf because you can't go bring in 400 millisecond light attacks, which they all have. They all have fast light attacks, they all have a whole bunch of soft feints, and you can't stick that stuff on consoles where it's 30 FPS, okay? It's alright, and there's like a time delay thing that the devs have put in on purpose, and there's a bunch of other stuff there that stops you from reacting as fast as you need to in order to deal with this shit. So when it comes to consoles, I would say yes, they need a goddamn fucking nerf, but when it comes to PC, I'd say you can sort of look at them, tweak some damage numbers, yeah, but I wouldn't go so far as to nerfing them on PC because you can deal with it, because you have the ability to deal with it. On consoles, you don't. Now, this comes back down to the design philosophy of the devs right now in Ubisoft. Essentially, what they've said is that they're never going to do 60 FPS on consoles. Now, never say never, because they said never, 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 never with dedicated servers. People like me, I was one of the only YouTubers who was going, they can do dedicated servers. They can do it very easily. They need to do dedicated servers. You can go back and look at my old videos. I was one of the only ones saying they can fucking do it. It's not that hard. Every other YouTuber and a bunch of other people are just like, oh no, it's way too hard, they can't do it because of X, Y. I'm like, they have billions of dollars. It's Ubisoft. They could do whatever the fuck they want in a day if they want, okay? Obviously time allowing. But yeah, if they say we need dedicated servers, we can throw as much money we want as it. How long will it take? And they go to developers, the tech guys go, fuck, 3 months, and they go, cool, get it done. They can do that if they want, because they have the money to back it up, okay? So we're talking about a giant corporation. So if the devs want to do 60 FPS on consoles, they could do it. I have no doubt they could do it. They have the money to do it, but it comes down to whether it would be feasible or not, because once again, they're a business. But something does need to be done about it, because right now, okay, the Wuling heroes as a whole, they need a nerf, but they don't need a nerf. And that's because it purely depends on PC or console. And we all know by this point that the devs are balancing the game around PC. Because once again, it's a lot easier to do on PC. They can get updates out a lot faster on PC. They don't have to wait for Microsoft and Sony to do the whole processing thing. Whenever they want to put a patch out, they can just put a build out right there on PC. We can see that with the public test that they do whenever they have the public test server. They put that out on PC and it's PC only. Plus they have a better hardware that they can work with on PC. But the thing is, console has a bigger player base. Console has always had a bigger player base. So if you're balancing for the smaller player base, which is PC, and you're neglecting the bigger player base, which is consoles, and the heroes you're designing are extremely cancerous and fucking people up hardcore on consoles, which is your bigger player base, then technically you're alienating the bigger portion of your player base. You're making it less fun for them unless they pick one of these really fast heroes with fast light attacks, soft feints, all that sort of stuff, and it's a big issue. And I know there will be some people on there who will say, oh, just get good, whatever, like I play on consoles and I can parry fucking 400 MS lights on the fucking go whenever I want. That's completely fine. I've no doubt there are some people out there who can do that. There are some freaks out there. And I know you exist, okay? Don't get me wrong, but for the majority of the players that aren't in the 0.1% top echelon of players on the planet who can just at will parry a 400 MS light attack on consoles, there needs to be something done about that. And especially when it comes to the 4 Wuling heroes, because all 4 Wuling heroes all have fast light attacks and all have soft feints, which are big problems on consoles. And they do need a nerf there. I don't know if Ubisoft needs to start, balancing 2 separate games, okay? So they balance separately on consoles and they have separate balance on PC. That would be double the work for them. I don't think it's feasible. That's why I don't think they're doing it right now. But something needs to be done. Something needs to be done about the Wuling heroes when it comes to consoles. Something needs to be done about, say, other key heroes like Orochi and stuff when it comes to consoles. But on PC, personally, I think it's completely fine. Just do some number tweaking and so on and so forth there, and they should be good because you can deal with it. But that is currently where I stand when it comes to the whole Wuling heroes and where they need a nerf. I've been seeing a ton of people in my comment sections constantly saying, oh, nerf them, what's going on, what the fuck, da 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 da. And whenever I ask them what platform you're playing on, it always seems to be slanted majority towards they're playing console, and that of course makes sense. Even on the Warriors Den live streams, whenever I'm covering those, people in the chat are always complaining about the Wuling heroes. and it comes down to, for the most part, that they're all also on console for the most part. So that is my opinion. Those are my thoughts on the Wuling faction and where they need a nerf or not, and what it comes to consoles and PC versus all that sort of stuff. So let me know in the comment section down below, because it's a big one. I need to hear you guys on this. I need to know what you think about this. Get down there and get talking. I can't wait to hear what you all say. But that is the end of the video, guys. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and let me know your thoughts. I love reading and replying to all your comments down below. And feel free to check out my Discord and Twitter. There is a link down below in the description box for both of those as well. The Discord is a great way for me to talk to you guys outside the YouTube comment section. And of course, the Twitter is a great way for you guys to get a notification whenever a video is being uploaded, because YouTube is a bit weird sometimes. And if you like this video and you like what I'm doing here on the channel and you want to support the channel further, feel free to check out my Patreon. There'll be a link down below in the description box, and a link will pop up at the end of the video. And if you choose to donate, it is greatly appreciated. And a big shout out to my current patrons whose names you've been seeing in the background. Just wanted to say thank you for your support. It really does mean a lot. And please share this video around, does help me out a fuck ton. And if you want to see more videos from me, please hit the subscribe button. I shall see you all in the next video. Have a good one, guys.